Thanks for coming. You probably guess what I'm going to be talking about today. It's carrying on from the last video. And now we're up to the 5th trumpet. So I'm going to read the book of Revelation. It's not an easy book to explain. As I've gone through the whole lot, there are so many things I could say, so I'm relying on my Father to help me condense it, because I can go off on a tangent and talk about things, and it would take me a long time to go into detail. So all I can do is rely on my Father to bring out the points that He wishes to be highlighted. I will not be able to explain every single thing. It isn't possible in 1 or 2 or 3 videos. Revelation 9, this one chapter, there is so much in it. All I can do is what I've said. Now, as I've been praying to my Father to bring out the right points for you, I was also aware, and I said to my Father, this is sweet as honey, but Father, it's bitter in my soul, in my stomach, and it churns because of what is about to happen. My Father says this: tell those who've called in, those who are sighing and groan over the detestable things that have been done on the earth, relief is at hand, and this is for you. Do not be afraid. My Father's protection will be upon you. So if you can bear with me as I read through this. If you've just called in and you've just called in on this chapter, you will really need to go back onto the videos that I've already done on Revelation. Because without doing that, you will not understand what I'm about to say. Alright. So, bear with me. Bear with me. Are you ready? It's not going to be easy for me, this. No, it's not. I wasn't looking forward to doing this, to be honest. Because my heart is full of love and compassion. It truly is. But because of the detestable things being done in this earth, my Father, our Father, wants to build you knowing that all what's happening right now was foretold. This vision reveals even John himself didn't fully understand what he was saying. This vision. And he thought, what does this mean? What does this mean? Alright. So now is the time for this to be revealed. Okay. Okay, I'll start now. Then the fifth angel sounded his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen from the heavens to the earth. A star that had fallen. John's already said that a mountain, fiery mountain, on fire, comes to the earth and goes into the sea. Yeah? And I've already explained what this mountain is. This is the same. It's a star. I saw a star that had fallen from heaven to earth. Yeshua already said, didn't he? I see Satan already fallen as a star. Because that's what he is. Satan is a star. And he was given the keys to the pit of the abyss. You may be wondering what the abyss is. I'm going to explain all this. The star opened the pit of the abyss, and smoke rose out of it like the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke from the pit. What does it all mean? This star, I'm not going to call him Lucifer. That's what he was. A star who had great position before my Father. His name is Samyaza. That's his name. Samyaza. Satan. That's his name. Samyaza. Now, he also has other names. In Hebrew, they put in the vowels and it can sound different, depending on who's translating it. From Hebrew. But what is he? He is a fallen angel. Tradition in the Hebrew says he was the leader of the Watchers. The leader of the Watchers. These angels who came to this earth, disobeyed our Father, becoming, as it were, flesh, to have relations with the daughters of men. Landed on a mountain, made a pact with each other. 120. Now, let me just try and explain this first verse. This star has been in a heavenly position, a heavenly angel. He's thrown to the earth, and he was given the key to the pit of the abyss. He's been given a key to the pit of the abyss. The abyss, what is the abyss? You know what the abyss is? Let me just see what let's have a look. In Strong's Concordance, number 8415, Tehom is the Hebrew word for the abyss. What does it mean? What is the definition of it? It is the deep, likened to a sea. Strong's Exhaustive Concordance says this. It represents confusion, an empty place without form, a nothingness, vain, vanity, waste. From Hume, Tehum, an abyss is a surging mass of water, especially the deep, the main sea of the subterranean water supply. Deep space, depth. Deep sea divers are likened to going into it's like a space, a deep, a depth. So we have an understanding here of what the abyss is. So he has the key to the abyss. Okay? The star opened the pit of the abyss, and the smoke rose out of it like the smoke of a great furnace. So it's like a hole, so deep that if you fall into this, spiritually speaking, you are lost forever. Because there's no end to it. So here's the key to put you into that. But there's no key to bring you to draw you back out of it. Once you're in it, you're in it. He doesn't have the key to open it and bring you out of it. So spiritually speaking, he's going to bring people into the abyss. And the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke of the pit. The smoke, what does it represent? The atmosphere of this earth clouds our vision of what Father's trying to bring in, the kingdom. It is covered. The smoke hides it. Smoke and mirrors. It's an atmosphere. It's the feeling of deep darkness. Atmosphere. The smoke. So that's what he's created. He's created the furnace from this. It's all pictorial. You have to understand it's pictorial, illustrative, And out of this smoke, what happens? You see, when you see a lot of smoke or fog, you're blinded. You can't see. If you're in thick, deep fog or smoke, you cannot see. I remember once coming along a road and the farmers had set the fields on fire and the smoke was so thick. I was driving along the road. I had to put my headlights on. Didn't work. I thought, what? Can't see a thing. Spiritually speaking, people cannot see the kingdom that is here because of the darkness all around them. That this star has opened the pit, and out of this pit is dense darkness coming. A fog, a thick smoke. And out of this smoke, this is verse 3, and out of the smoke locusts descended on the earth. Out of the smoke they descended on the earth. Try and get to understand what John was trying to say. And they were given power like that of scorpions of the earth. Scorpions. Not literally, not literal scorpions. It can be likened to scorpions. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth, nor any plant or tree. Remember, I've already said what these represent. Trees represent people. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth. Men can be likened to grass, can't they? Or any plant or tree, but only those who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads. The locusts, right? These are locusts, but they're likened to scorpions. Why is locusts likened to scorpions? Seems with confusion. But it's trying to get you to understand, if someone has a lion-like personality, you get that, don't you? Or a horse-like personality, a stallion. You get it? I'm sure you do. And they were given power like that of scorpions of the earth, these locusts. They were told not to harm the grass of the earth or any plant or tree, but only those who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads. The locusts were not given the power to kill them, but only to torment them for 5 months. And their torment was like the stings of scorpions. In those days men will seek death and will not find it. They will long to die, but death will escape them. 5 months. Why 5 months? A locust, the cycle of a locust is 5 months. That's what it is. It's just talking about the cycle. So these are people on this earth who've got these characteristics. Scorpions, locusts. We've just had COVID-19. This is what it's to do with. There was control put in place through this method. And people were locked up. They were stung as if by scorpions. And people still haven't recovered from this. It is a control mechanism to control mankind, to get them in this position, this dark smoke, this satanic smoke that's filled the air of the whole earth. 5 months. The locusts were not given power to kill them. They had the seal. But only to torment them for 5 months. Were you tormented? Are you tormented now? Yes. Tormented for 5 months. And their torment was like the stings of a scorpion. This is the locusts. In the hospitals, all over the world. These were likened to locusts with stings in their tails to torment. In those days, men will seek death and will not find it, and they will long to die, but death will escape them. There are many who were Christians, whatever religion they are, wished, please take me out of this torment. They seek death, but death doesn't come to them. They're sealed in the forehead. They had to come through this, even though they wanted to be out of this. They sought death. They asked, Father, rapture us out of here. And it did not happen. Are you getting it? Do you understand? All foretold. All of this was foretold. Whew. That's a lot to take in, isn't it? I'll give you just a little bit of time to ruminate. Verse 7 next. Are you ready? This is what happened to you, all of you, worldwide. All foretold. John didn't know what this was about. He just wrote down what he saw in vision. And someone has to come along and reveal what this was all about. The Lamb took the scroll out of his Father's hand and asked, Father, can I unravel this, please, my Father? And his Father said, yes, you are worthy, my son, to take the scroll, and I will help you unravel. He gives glory to his Father. takes no glory for himself, for unravelling the mystery, the seven seals. I can't do anything without my Father. Not a thing. It's true. The weather's been so bad in the UK. It's raining, cats and dogs in the mud. There's going to be floods in the UK today. And it shows you how quick things can turn around. Yesterday I was basking in the sun. Today, it's totally different. As quick as that. And this is why we have to be aware that Father can turn things around as quickly as that. And the locusts look like horses. The locusts now look like horses. So there's tons and tons of locusts representing these hordes of people. Hordes of people like locusts supporting this star. Some of them supporting unawares to themselves, such as doctors, nurses and the like. So, listen carefully. Verse 7. And the locusts look like horses prepared in battle. They look like horses prepared for battle, with something like crowns of gold on their heads. Why gold on their heads? Representing the authority from this star, this fallen star. He gives them authority, as if they've got crowns of gold on their heads, and faces like the faces of men, like faces of men, but it's male and female. They had hair like that of women, so men and women, and teeth like those of lions, coming with their authority like lions. You must do this. You cannot stand close to me. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. Lock up. Businesses lost. Stings like tails. They also had thoraxes, like breastplates of iron. This iron-like authority, like the Roman Empire. Iron. Did you feel that authority from them? From these governments who passed these laws and regulations, and others did their bidding for them. And the sound of their wings was like the roar of many horses. Many horses.